To be a 21st century leader, you must have two things: competence and character. I've met a lot of leaders that were very, very competent. But they didn't have character. And for every job they did well in the Army, they sought reward in the form of promotions, in the form of awards and decorations, in the form of getting ahead at the expense of somebody else, in the form of another piece of paper that awarded them another degree, and the only reason why they wanted that was because that was a sure road to faster promotion to somehow get to the top. You see, these were very competent people, but they lacked character. Now, on the other hand, I've met a lot of leaders out there who had superb character, but they weren't willing to hold their own feet to the fire. They weren't willing to pay the price of leadership. They were not willing to go the extra mile, to do the extra little bit, because that's what it took to be a great leader. And none of those leaders are with us. None of those leaders would lead in battle. Because the bottom line to everything is, again, when you lead in battle, you are leading people. You are leading human beings. I've seen competent leaders who stood in front of a platoon and saw it as a platoon. But I've seen great leaders who stood in front of a platoon and saw it as 44 individuals, each of whom has their hopes, each of whom has their aspirations, each of whom wants to live, each of whom wants to do good. People don't join the military to do poorly. Nobody goes downtown and says, gee, I think I'll enlist in the Army so I can screw up. They don't do that. They say, I think I will enlist in the Army because I want to do better. And if they fail, their leader fails. So you must have competence and you must have character. And some great man once said that character in a man is only seen, a man or woman, but character is only seen in a man or woman when nobody is watching them. It's not what a man or woman does when they're being watched that demonstrates their character. It's what they do when they are not being watched that demonstrates their true character. And that's sort of what it's all about.